How's it going, friends? And welcome back to another game with Ronin 47R. And today we're jumping into Warzone. Specifically, it is a game type called Boot Camp. So pretty cool. If you're not familiar with it, you got some bots in there. It's kind of a nice way to get folks their feet wet into Warzone. Nice warm up in today's game, which was pretty fun. Met some new friends here, and shout outs to Dr. 19, 1361, and Ravage 987. So there you go. Good stuff. Like I was saying, it's a nice warm up. It's a nice taste here. There's some bots going on in here. At the time of this recording, it's kind of a newer version of play. And we're going to go ahead and see what unfolds. Starting off with a contract. So really the goal here is to get some loot, some money, get it quickly as possible. Typical MO. I don't even know why I'm telling you that. But it's really condensed. It's really fun. Haven't played Warzone in a long time. Usually I'm playing games where it's one specific game that I kind of really focus in on. And from there, kind of ignoring all the other games. As you guys know, in the past I've played World of Tanks, really what the channel started out as, and moved on to World of Warships. Occasionally I dabble in trying out some other games, that sort of thing. But, kind of circling back to good old Warzone, especially since they've kind of brought it back. I mean, now it's, different than before. They're constantly evolving, right? Back in the day, there was no such thing as having bots in Warzone of any type of gameplay. As we're cruising through, you can see here I have, or maybe you can't see, I don't know if you can recognize the hands, but apparently I had some leftover COD points from back in the day. So I went ahead and executed on the Terminator package there in the store. So you've got your Terminator, just metallic skin
Sorry, Darth
there,
Vader, I have to mute you.
skeleton. And then the other skin is Arnold Schwarzenegger from the original Terminator back in the 80s.
Intel transfer complete. Marking incoming gas spread on your TAC map.
Nice night for a walk.
All right, so we got one of the guys in the gulag. You got Doctor and 1361 still alive.
Squadmates in the gulag. They'll fight for a
Okay,
chance
scratch
to
that.
redeploy. Enemies are dropping into the area.
All right, here we go.
Enemy UAV overhead. Squadmate won the fight.
That was a pretty nice sniper, this Frostline. Up to date as the time that, not when this was recorded, but the time that I'm actually editing this and preparing it for you guys. There's, I believe, 4 snipers now. The Frostline, the 7.62 LR, and then the HDR ended up coming out here. And there is a few others. Maybe they'll make their appearance here in the video coming up. There you go. Yeah, I was going to take that zip line, but the gas was a little too quick for my taste here. Also, too, as I'm kind of getting back into this whole YouTubing thing, right? Current setup is I have a Mac laptop. I'm telling you all this because as I'm watching this, it makes me recall that the way I'm recording this is actually by recording or streaming to Twitch. And then once it's up there on Twitch, if it's worthwhile, I go ahead and download it to myself. And then I can go ahead and start editing that video, which is how it gets to be here. My point being is, as you notice, when it's sitting still, it's pretty clear. But as it's trying to keep up with the quick movements, it gets a little pixelated. That's a great example there. I'm going to point this out. See this operative I'm chasing. The way they walk, you can tell that they're bots. So they haven't quite fixed that. They kind of, one guy called it a duck walk. It's almost like a weird kind of marching. All right, still trying to make it over to the circle. Funny thing is too, by the way, this watching this this sniping scene here, it really reminds me how at the time of my recording this, getting back into Warzone, I really wasn't much of a sniper back in the day. And I started really grinding skins and unlocking this, that, the other, but really it's the skins that you have to really super grind. And I turned into a pretty decent sniper. May not show here, but in the subsequent videos it will. But yeah, definitely a thing for sure. Getting back to the pixelation and whatnot. So as I'm getting back into this, some of these videos are from the stream, right? Downloading them from the recorded streams on Twitch, which you'll notice because they're pixelated. And then future state is the going back to having not a capture card, but just recording straight from the Xbox to the external hard drive. It's able to resolve very clearly. It looks really nice. And then from there, I just do the commentary. One thing though for the future, because real life, having different jobs and whatnot, and family and all that kind of stuff, not really a priority to be doing the YouTube stuff. I just do this for fun. But getting back into the level where I can actually record the um, the voice of the people I'm playing with. That's pretty fun. Just brought back a team member doing some shopping on the fly. And at this stage here, during this game, this is where I was grinding the Cypher. And during this time, the Cypher was actually the meta. Had really good, the typical things you want from your gun. So the AR had some really nice recoil, damage, all that kind of fun stuff. There's that Jackal PDW. Nice little SMG. Funny, this is kind of, I'm looking at a time, right? A snippet in time. And then I'm thinking from a future state, seeing what new SMGs have come out since then. Um, it's just funny how the metas change or don't change and what the builds are in reality. Almost every single gun that you set up based on the class, right? Like AR, SMG, whatever. They're pretty much all built the same. It's funny. And as far as which one's the better one, that sort of thing, yeah, sure, they do some nerfs and they do some buffs here and there. But for the most part, they all do a very good job. It's just a matter of you putting it on target. All things being equal, I mean, of course, you need to have, or not need to have, but, rate of fire, damage output, all those types of things. Of course, that does matter. But it's not like it's black and white. It's more like shades of gray as far as differences of one being better than the other, in my humble opinion. But what do I know? All right, this is getting pretty fun here. At this stage, they had this vest where you can have munitions and whatnot, extra munitions that you can carry, not just a satchel. Now, somebody just got plugged up there, right? One of my team members. So here we go.
Get to the new safe zone. No more fighting in the gulag.
Nice.
Opportunity here. Don't miss your shot.
Pretty fun, pretty fun.
You've made it to the top 10.
All right, so one of our guys is down. So it's 3v the world. I think that was a bot. I'm not sure. Some of these guys got pretty smart though. I don't know if it's smart or not, but they got a little creative and they'll choose the skins that are being used as bots. So then even though they're real, you don't know if you're fighting a human or a bot. And sometimes you're complacent when you play against the bots. Now, if possible, I'd love to bring our guy back. We've got 4 teams still in the game.
Outside the safe zone.
Depending on who I'm playing with, I have different kind of play styles. But one of the things I like to do is do a lot of flankage. Now I'm cruising along here, and I don't know if you guys are going to catch it, but I'm hearing some footsteps pretty soon. And I'm like, okay, whoops, we got to figure this thing out. If I can hear them, they can hear me, right?
Enemy counter
So
UAV
much for making it to the buy station. And we still have about 8 guys left that are in the game. 3 of them, of course, are us. 3 teams, so there's a guy. He being a little too thirsty right there. Nice. Team wipe on that one. That was super fun. Oh, oh. What's happening? Man. Try not to take the direct approach there. So it's 3v2. That's cool. But
Gas is
you
moving.
never know, right?
New safe zone located.
Now I'm getting hit from somewhere. I still don't even know where. Okay, can we see some fire there? Some red. I'm doing the big. You notice I like doing these big sweeps. So where's the second guy? Am I noticing something? What's going on here? Oh yeah. Just in case he backs up. Here we go. All right. One left.
Moving.
You see him? It's right there. Man, I'm the center of attention. Then this is crazy. So it's like he's getting white hit markers. I don't even plate. I'm like, screw this, YOLO. Didn't even reload. Here we go. Don't. Oh man, that was good times. And there you go. I need to really work on my shot placement. I mean, trying to take people out by shooting their kneecaps isn't really the best way to do it. All right. Well, GG. Thanks, Doctor 191361 and Ravage 987. That was an excellent game. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And let's go ahead and see what happens in the next one. Catch you later.